Hi, this is Mrs. M, and in this video we're going to talk about the customer. Your customer. How important is the customer? The customer is everything. We do have a lot of customers in the janitorial industry that are difficult. I'm just going to say it. The janitorial industry can have difficult customers because their expectations do not meet or match what is or should be expected. How can we make sure from the very beginning we start out with our customers not having higher expectations than what's possible to deliver? So you first want to make sure that when you're doing your walkthrough, you listen intently to what it is they're complaining about. We've gone into buildings and they're absolutely spotless, and we hear the customer complain. That always is a red flag for me, that their expectations are probably higher than what we'll ever be able to deliver. Also, you want to look at the attitude of the customer. Do they think that the janitorial person that's going to come clean is beneath them? I know that's a difficult thing to assess, but if you have someone that has no respect for the janitorial industry or your workers, it could be not a great fit. When you find out that there are certain things that may be a challenge for you, you've done your walkthrough, you really want that account, and you already know going into it that you have a difficult customer. You want to make sure that you kind of do an interview with them to give them an assessment of what to expect. This is very important from the very beginning. You want to walk in the first day and be able to work with your scope of work side by side with the customer, because now you've landed the account. We're going to go ahead and say you did the walkthrough and they called you back. Yay, congratulations. Now you've done your walkthrough, they've called you back, and you start the next evening. The first night is very important. What to expect on the first night, your customer. You want to make sure that you have gone through the scope of work. They understand you've done a walkthrough with them. Even on the first evening, you might want to come back and do a walkthrough. It's really great if you start on a Monday because it gives you the weekend to get everything set up. So if you start on the Monday, I would suggest you talk to your point of contact who's going to be in charge of who you're going to deal with on that particular account. Walk through them with them again so that you go over the exact scope of work. You want to make sure that every evening you leave that scope of work somewhere where it's checked off, where your employees that have provided the service and the customer that has requested the service are on the same page. You want to have a meeting of the minds, and you're the go-between. Your employees are going to make sure they service what you have given them, and the customer is going to know that the scope of work both match. What you're talking about providing for their needs and what they've said they've needed should be on the same page. Once you've done this, if you have a customer that is still challenging as far as difficult scope of work, make sure you handle it immediately. There is room for mistakes, especially in the janitorial industry, because there's so many trash cans, restrooms, dust. There's so many opportunities that you're just not going to catch each and every time, no matter how well you try to service the customer. But great, outstanding customer service can really make a difference. So if the customer calls and has a complaint, make sure you address it immediately. Have some type of procedure in place where you can address it within the first couple of hours. Once you've done that, you can then find out what the gap is between what they expect and what you can provide. Hopefully you'll be able to get on the same page through your scope of work and conversations, and the most important is the communication and making sure you assess their needs as you go along the way. We hope to turn this challenging customer into a satisfied customer. And when you do that, make sure you document exactly step by step that you utilize to do so you can use it with the next challenge that you have, and you build and grow from there. I hope this video was helpful, and we look forward to speaking to you again soon. If you want more information on how to deal with a difficult customer, please make sure you visit us at www.thejanitorial.com, and we'd be more than happy to speak to you about that. Have a great janitorial day.